It wouldn't be appropriate for me to stand as a national leader in this place without lifting the name of Melissa Hortman. To speak of those who advocate for joy in children in this community, and you think about the ways in which our politics and shifting contexts have given space for our young people to be told a story, experience a story of violence and loss of one who's a champion for them.
Yes.
We've got to address this matter directly. We've got to address it. Yes, by honoring and lifting the name. We've got to say her name. But we also have to live an alternative witness. A gentleman by the name of Walter Brigham, who's a scholar of the Hebrew Scriptures, wrote a famous text called Prophetic Imagination. I thought about it when I realized that it was at Imaginopolis. In the foreword to one of the revised editions of the text, actually I think it was actually the edition that came out in 1885, kind of nerd like that. He said the old model of prophet versus king is increasingly outmoded and difficult to pull off. What he says is, when there's something bad happening in leadership, you can talk about it, you can tell people it's wrong, but that don't make it go away. He said the actual prophetic work is the work of imagination, to create and curate an alternative to that reality that allows people to live with dignity, hope, and joy. My revision. We pause to honor Melissa Hortman because we believe that's what she was doing here in Minnesota. Pause to honor her because, like these advocates, she shines a light and continues to shine a light for all of us. So I invite Alessandra to come to read a resolution framed from Children's Defense Fund for her as she had direct relationship in this work together. I invite you to join us in this moment.
This is Children's Defense Fund's resolution honoring the life of the Honorable Melissa Hortman, Speaker Emerita of the Minnesota House of Representatives. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman dedicated her life to compassionately, tirelessly, and humbly working to build a Minnesota where all children flourish. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman first felt the stirrings of public office during childhood and followed her call to advocate alongside of and on behalf of Minnesotans living on the margins. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman graduated from the University of Minnesota Law School in 1995 and worked for Central Minnesota Legal Services, where she represented tenants in housing discrimination matters. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman turned to public policy to address generational poverty, racial inequity, and economic injustice, the systems and experiences lying at the root of her clients' legal challenges. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman served the people of Minnesota in the Minnesota House of Representatives for 20 years, was elected by her caucus to serve as House Minority Leader in 2017, and was then elected by her caucus to serve as Speaker of the House in 2019. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman championed Children's Defense Fund Minnesota's Family Economic Security Act more than a decade ago, which sought to improve the child well-being of Minnesota children by enhancing the financial security of families through increased wages, child care assistance, and family tax credits. Whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman served as the Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives from 2019 through 2024, and under her leadership, she successfully shaped legislation prioritizing historic investments in the health and well-being of children and families, including creating the Minnesota Paid Family and Medical Leave Program and a state version of the child tax credit. Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman listened to the voices of community members calling for community solutions to the significant challenges facing children and families. She wholeheartedly believed that solutions should come from the people closest to those challenges and closest to the local resources necessary for making meaningful change. She championed the Community Solutions for Healthy Child Development Grant Program and increased Minnesota's investment in community solutions to improve the well-being of children of color and American Indian children prenatally to age 8. And whereas Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman helped heal a wounded Minnesota after the murder of George Floyd. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the staff, community, and leadership of Children's Defense Fund honor and celebrate the life and service of Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman, her steadfast commitment, rooted in her lifelong faith, to build a compassionate, equitable, and just Minnesota where all children can play joyfully, will serve as a beacon of hope for child advocates throughout her beloved state. We extend our deepest gratitude and heartfelt condolences to Speaker Hortman's children, Colin and Sophie Hortman, who lost their beloved mom and dad, Mark Hortman, and to the entire family and loved ones of Speaker Emerita Hortman. And we commit to carrying forward the child and family-focused values she so fiercely embraced, lived, and championed. Adopted by the Children's Defense Fund on this 21st day of August 2025 by Reverend Dr. Starsky Wilson, President and CEO of Children's Defense Fund, and Alicia Porter, State Director of Children's Defense Fund, Minnesota.
Thank you all. My name is Kevin Levins. I'm the coordinator of legislative outreach for the House DFL caucus, and I joined Melissa Hortman's team when she became minority leader in 2017. I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Hortman family for this resolution and honoring of Melissa Hortman this evening. They were unfortunately unable to be here due to a prior commitment, but I'll be making sure to give them this resolution in the near future. Thank you for helping to honor and remember Melissa's legacy. She was tireless in her work for the issues and causes she believed in. And if there's one thing you should know about Melissa Hortman, she loved baking and flowers, and she would have loved to see the cupcakes, the cake, and these beautiful bouquets up here tonight, and I can't believe she's not here with us. Thank you again to you all and the Children's Defense Fund of Minnesota for honoring her legacy.